Hello, I think it's time.
Welcome. Hi. So welcome back to episode
Number 7.
7. What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about what we look for. What we look for when we go to the store and buy some whiskey,
Okay.
or what do we look for maybe to add to our collection, or what do we look for on a bottle, when we have a selection, choice of different bottles. So what do we personally look for? This is how I interpret it. We have to kind of,
So
open,
don't judge a book by its cover.
or whatever you want to take it.
What are you currently looking for when you buy a whiskey? What's like in terms of flavor profile?
So I thought about it, and that was interesting. And I came to the conclusion that what I look for primarily is two things: quality and authenticity. And I'll describe a bit in more detail what I mean by that.
Okay.
Quality, first of all, quality is hard because you don't know. You look at a bottle, you don't know if it's been made with quality, if it's been quality or not. But there's probably some tells, the distillery who produced it, and you know how it's being marketed or not marketed. To me, that's a big tell. If the marketing is to the forefront, it's the main thing that's trying to start with a bottle. It's probably because the quality is not that great.
Yeah, that's right.
And I look for something where I think the quality is going to speak for itself and be the main also let's say that whiskey. I don't mind marketing and everything. It's fine, but I don't want it to be at the forefront.
Yeah. So what you're saying, like if it's like super flashy,
Yeah.
you'd be wary of it.
Yeah. Although I would also look at who produced it. Not that I know hidden distillers, but there's some master distillers that are well known for and body of work, and that they were involved in this whiskey. Probably the output is of good quality. So you can have that, and maybe they come up with a great marketing campaign. So
Yeah.
go well together. Marketing is all I can sense there is behind where if you see in front of my eyes in the shop, I'm probably going to steer against and make it so I don't have more information.
Okay. So that's the quality. What was the other one?
Authenticity. So it goes together. Authenticity. I wanted to tell a story. I found I like that about spirits in general, about what I drink, what I put in my mouth in general.
Gotta have a story.
I like it to be, I have to tell a story of where it was made and of the man that helped, provide the ingredients that produced what you got to drink.
What was that word you used in episode 1?
So you remember?
Yeah.
It was,
I remember. I don't remember the word.
terroir.
Terroir.
Yeah. But I'm very to me that's the most important thing. It's a very personal thing. It's really for me. That's what I enjoy. That's what I look for when I drink whiskey or any other kind of spirit or wine or beer. This is what I look for. Can I tell, or does it tell me a story about its origins?
So, what about like the kind of flavors you're enjoying right now? Smoky, fruity, light.
I like to have enough at home, enough different styles that I can pass from one to another. I don't have to stick to one. Someday I don't know what I want, and then I look at my bottles and I go, I should on this one today.
Yeah.
Just like the same process I use for choosing the whiskey we're going to taste together later.
It is good to have selection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like to also explore a little bit, even when buying a bottle, not just buying all the profiles that you like, but trying something different so then you do have that selection when you want to try something.
That's what we probably
That goes back to something like whenever we go to a whiskey bar, and I'm always choosing these weird and wonderful ones. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't.
More often than not, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I'm disappointed more often.
I think if you're like trying different ones and your palate is getting a bit messed up every time, then maybe that's not the moment to really explore some strange ones. But in general, I do like it.
I did notice that about your adventures.
Yeah. I don't know why, because I haven't got enough of a good baseline anyway, but still I like kind of trying new things, I guess.
But so what did it mean to you when you went with the topic for today's episode? What did you look for? What did that mean?
If I'm going into a favorite store, La Pozzola, he knows what I like, and I'll tell him, okay, like I really like this one. I really like this one that you recommended to me. This one was so, and then he kind of recommends stuff to me, and that's also a great way to find new whiskies, new distilleries, new, don't know what you call it, like when a whiskey has different bottles in the range, new bottles in the range.
So what you look for is you look for bottle.
Well, no, because sometimes I buy them online. I think I have a baseline reference of what of flavors I know that I like. And as you said, if there's a master distiller that is involved, a distillery that you know, there's been a bit of hypes and recommendations, then I'm happy to make that leap. Especially when spending the money to buy a bottle. It's very different to buy a glass. But yeah, I've got a core that I enjoy.
So you went very flavor profile oriented. Sort of the same question, what do I look for in a different way? And there's also another two criteria I look for. And I think we touched on it in one of our previous episodes, but it's usually the absence of artificial colorants, right? And the fact that it hasn't been chill filtered at the end. I also look for those two things, and a third one, which is I tend to look for an ABV above 46%. Anything below 46%, if I have a choice between something 46 or above, below 46, I always use that as a title.
On the ABV, you're right, because the lighter ones are just barely. It sounds stupid to say that 40% isn't enough, but it just doesn't have that depth, that complexity, does it?
And it's essentially inferior that you don't get you don't get everything that you could get if it was one.
Exactly, it's just being what it does. I'll be honest, the non-chill filtered or color added is very much something that I agree with. I don't really understand it. I know it's bad.
That's exactly I didn't understand it. I didn't know why, or I had an idea. I thought I knew why, but I asked myself, so what does it actually make a difference? And I looked into those two things. So my first question to myself, and the research I did, a little bit of research, was does the fact that someone adds this caramel color, the E. I have it in my notes. It said E150. I think E150A is a different one. The E150A is the only one approved by the whiskey industry to add to a whiskey. Does it change anything to the whiskey? So it does not change anything to the taste. I'm not going to be able to tell. From what I've read briefly, I won't definitely be able to tell. But I think even someone with a trained palate will not be able to tell. But still, I consider myself cheated because we often do it when we taste a whiskey. Look at the color. I like the colors, right?
Yeah,
the color, and you're gonna take that away, and you don't know the natural color of whiskey.
It's very true because that's kind of part of the process of the tasting. First is the look, like, ooh, you open a bottle and I say, oh, what color is it going to be?
Yeah.
And you can kind of get an idea if it's going to be light or heavy or.
And it's the same with food. In the steak, if it's nicely grilled and you have grill marks on it, and if it's dark or if it's super pale, it doesn't mean you want to eat it. Might be super good in taste, but visually it matters. The visual aspect.
So what you're saying is it's cosmetic, but actually it's important because it's all part of the tasting. No, I agree.
To other people, it's important that the whiskey should be caramel colored, and because they think that whiskey should look like this, and to them it's important. So to me, I like to see its natural color.
I will be honest, when I first tried a whiskey that was like particularly light or pale, that also wasn't appetizing to me originally because it looks like pee. But now I've kind of, got used to whiskeys and I'm enjoying them and I enjoy the different flavor profiles. Now I like it. Now I like the lighter ones and the color. But it's interesting what you say, like adding the color can not be appetizing for some, but actually the absence of a lot of color.
And that's the reason why the sales do it, because they want
exactly to make it look appetizing.
Yeah.
It's an interesting topic. The chill filter there, I'm sure I know it. I've learned it, but I've forgotten. So
the chill filter also, as I was saying, question doesn't matter. And there actually does, again, if you're a beginner like us, you may not pick up on it, but I think you might. I think we might, because it takes away when it's chill filtered, so you filter out some compounds in the spirit. Some of it contributes to the mouthfeel, to sort of roundness. Makes the whiskey more oily or more velvety. All these qualities you would lose out on if it's chill filtered, but especially if it's a lower ABV.
So why did it chill filter? What's the reason to do it?
So there's a haze, right? If you leave those compounds in the spirit, especially I think if it's colder, it's gonna be hazy. So it's not gonna look as pure. It's a visual aspect of it that they use to try and make it look more killer by removing the hazy.
It's funny, isn't it? All this is about cosmetic. Is it appealing to put in your mouth?
Consider you laughed at me.
I'm laughing at myself.
But hazy, so this hazy thing will be much less likely to occur at a higher ABV. It's over 50%.
Okay.
More or less, right? There's no clear cut value, but over 50%, the higher you go in ABV, the less likely it is that you will produce haze anywhere.
Okay.
And so if you buy a cask strength whiskey and they advertise on it, it's chill filter, it probably wouldn't have mattered if they chill filter or not. But still, I think it's really important or how it affects on the mouth.
We should definitely do an episode on cask strength.
Yeah.
Stuff because it's not obvious.
So I think it would be interesting. Yes.
Any other things you look?
No, this is the extent of my research. Well, actually, no. Well, I just wanted to say I thought we could go there. What did you look for in terms of new distilleries that you've heard about? There's a few that I'm looking out for. I like also recent, like newer distilleries that have really, from what I've read, an effort to actually produce something good, something of quality. Those distilleries, I'm going to try and look for. I love our Wolfman, what they've been doing. Every whiskey drinker loves it. Their products I'm looking forward to. They have like a special edition, which really different types of casks. I'm really looking for that.
I think they've released a cask strength recently.
Yeah, they have cask strengths. They have Madeira, whiskey and all that. But there's others like Dornoch. It's a Highlands distillery. I think it was founded by Thompson Brothers. Yes, Thompson Brothers. They founded their own and so you can buy. I think it's an online thing. You have to go online
and they're distilling their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking out for that. If they're going to the shop, I'm going to looking out for do they have anything from that distillery? It's pretty hard to find where we are here.
And it's if it ends up being light or complex or heavy or smoky, you don't care. Right?
I think they have those surprise. You buy a bottle from them and the label just has a big question mark. Whatever, you don't know what you're getting. Special releases like that, so it's super interesting. Well, other distilleries like I think Brora is reopening. So I think in the previous episode I talked about Port Ellen reopening. Yeah. So Brora is reopening as well after 40 or 50 years. And I'm looking forward to when they start having whiskeys on the shelf and stuff. They're 1 or 2 years ago, I think. And then the last one I'm looking for is Land, 2 Gs. Yeah. Right, from the island of Adam. So these are other things I'm looking for specifically, like distilleries, new distilleries that sort of focus on all to go back to normal.
Are you going to bring this list next time we go to the shop?
It's all
okay. So next segment.
News.
The news. Is it my news?
It's your news.
It's my news. Okay. So I found a new distillery. It's actually in my hometown. So it's called Gwyr, which is Welsh for Gower.
And so where is it located?
So Gower or Gwyr is the first area in all of the UK to be voted area of outstanding natural beauty. And it is stunning. But we like to keep it that way. So people don't go there. Don't like. No, I'm joking. But yeah, and it's really a peninsula of like 45 beaches. And how would you call it? I know the Welsh word, but like natural countryside between the peninsulas, between north and the south. And this distillery is based there. And I found it by chance. And I found that they were kind of selling bottles, but it had Penderyn written on it. So I thought, okay, they're just an independent they're just finishing things in a different style. But I wrote to them on Instagram. I said, hey, kind of, what are you up to? A bit confusing. Do you have your own whiskey yet? And they wrote back, nice guy called David. And he said, funny you should mention, we started distilling today. And that was a couple of weeks ago. And I saw on Instagram, I think it was 1 week ago, maybe 10 days ago, they posted, actually, the whiskey is now going into the casks. And they posted something like, countdown, 3 years in 1 day. Awesome. That's so cool. So it's a brand new distillery. You can get some kind of just finishing bottles right now. But yeah, 3 years. Hopefully, there'll be another whiskey, single malt coming out of Swansea, Gower. Well, so yeah, really looking forward to it.
It's not that there's many single malt distilleries in Wales, are there?
No, I think there's something like 100 distilleries now, but they're all new. They're all doing their own thing. Some of them are just bottlers, but still, hometown kind of really excited for that. An actual true single malt to come in. I have no idea, like you were saying, how it's going to taste. No idea what the target profile is, but yeah, 3 years.
Awesome.
That's my news.
Very good news. This is fantastic. But you actually emailed that on the day.
So what's next?
Next is the tasting.
Oh, favorite part.
Since you're at news, on it is.
Your tastings are always really good.
Okay, that's
So, what the heck is that Blackadder?
Blackadder.
Okay.
Pint on it.
Some people watch this are going to remember a TV series.
Very, very good TV series. It's an independent butler. And we came up with this thing called Pete Reek.
Pete Reek.
And so it's like it says here, either single malt Scotch whiskey. They do not say which distillery it is from, but if you go on forums or whatnot and try it and have tried other whiskeys, you can kind of make out which one it is.
Are you going to tell us which one it is?
So there's two distilleries I've been talking about behind this bottle. One of them is Kulila.
Okay.
Kulila, maybe. Kulila.
Yeah.
And the other one is Ardbeg. And I still happen to have a bottle of Ardbeg, and I have the one up and try. Is it Corey Reckon?
No, it was like the I forget the name, but it starts with an I.
And I tasted these two, one after the other. To me, was exactly the same profile. Okay. I'm leaning towards supposed to say this is the Ardbeg one. But it's fantastic. It's bottled at 58.5%.
58.
Yeah. Cask reference. Iron malt whiskey is drawn at cask strength from a single cask.
Single cask as well. Wow. But wait, at 58%, I think I need some water. Let me get some water.
Well, I'll start pouring.
I am excited. So now I'm just looking at the color.
Yeah. No, it's not a color. This is, it's really pale. Like more paler than a piss.
It's more pale in the glass than the bottle.
Yeah, you're right.
It's interesting that it actually comes out on the camera.
Probably isn't.
Okay. But yeah, to me, it doesn't look like an Ardbeg in terms of color.
To me, Ardbeg does not have any color associated in my mind. So, but I don't know. I could very well be wrong. A lot of other people are saying we think it's Ardbeg.
It's good. Are we going to try it?
Let's try it before.
Try it without. Yeah. Now I get the Ardbeg. It's just memories have come flooding back. But that's hugely complex. There is a lot going on. I don't know whether to try the pipette yet, because actually that was so nice. I think I want to try it a bit more to understand it. That is peaty.
This is sweet.
There's sweetness and peatiness. But it's kind of layers of that. I can't put my finger on the exact flavors, but sweetness and peat kind of going back and forth.
Small.
The finishes.
Well, the bitterness again.
At the tongue. Yeah, I was just feeling that.
It's 50 or 60%, so I'm going to go, I don't know, it's flat.
Does not taste like that. Absolutely does not taste like 58.5.
9 drops.
9?
And I have,
Can't just go straight at 9. Shake it first, so there's no drips. 3.
3? Yeah. I need to be.
Yeah, there's a new limit. Okay, let's talk about branding. That is bold. Did this kind of strike you as brand, as marketing on the shelf before you looked into it?
I did not. I was full of the designer. What is this? Is this a what do you call Warham or was it what
I was going to say it's bold. Yeah. It's definitely bold.
I was full of but it's something. It's not. This is from single cask.
Yeah,
they have also a good reputation. And
do you know what's interesting? is what we were just talking about. What do we look for? You talked about quality, authenticity. I think if it's a single cask, that's another big plus or positive, because single cask, as we talked about in episode 1 or 2, I mean, it's going to be pure and worth a try.
Yeah, it's really what that casting part to.
But I want to try sweet jars.
No,
Sweetness has come to the forefront.
Yeah, it's different. It's a bit different, but I can't tell it.
To me, it's lost some of the bitterness, and it's sweet. The sweetness has come forward.
Yes, it's not. See, next to this, other things are coming in that I put a little.
I'm glad I only put 3 drops. Yeah,
try 2 more. Well, now we have less whiskey, so
no, but I think I preferred it without the water.
Yeah,
because
it's the
I've lost the bitterness, and it was a nice balance of sweetness and bitterness. And now it's kind of nice, but it's I feel like it's lost something. I'll try it.
Only 3 drops in the whiskey.
It's still there, but it's lost the kind of layered roller coaster I was on. Not roller coaster, adventure. Things going down. But that is lovely.
About 344, 620.
58. I can't believe I could drink that without the pipette, actually.
Yeah.
I think I could actually.
So,
yeah.
If you prefer it without water, then
I mean, sometimes you need it because it's so strong, but I think I don't think you need it even. It does open out a lot, but not exactly to my taste. What's it saying about?
I forgot. So, this is
because we know you like the story.
As with the burning embers of a fire, the finish lingers longer for the last sip.
It does, and that finish is a little bit bitter in the tongue. Again, it's a nice balance to everything else that happens.
Good job.
Very good tasting. I was enjoying it. Okay, so as usual, if you've got any questions, comments, plans.
Well, before that, do you want to tell people what we're going to be talking about in our next episode?
I should. And we are going to talk about a very exciting topic of the whiskey industry, which is cask ownership.
Literally, you own your own cask. How cool is that?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So we'll get into that next. And yeah, feel free to comment, like, what's the other?
Criticize.
Thumbs up, heart, star, bell, all that stuff. That's it.
That's it. So, next time.
Oh.
Bye.